The woods can be dense for our acts. The sea can be deep for our diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon. There'll still be some noise upstairs. I'm sure you'll hear it. Maybe not. On this one, we're going to be talking principles before personalities. I'd like to talk a little bit about safe spaces before we move on to that. Okay. Are safe spaces good? Are they? I create safe spaces as a legitimate topic. Here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with safe spaces, right? But you cannot expect to go around everywhere and expect everything to be a safe place. You cannot do that. There are some points in your program where you're going to have to get out of yourself and you have to get uncomfortable. There's going to be times in your program where you're going to have to make yourself uncomfortable. If you want more progress, okay, did you know that drinking dreams are an indication that you're moving forward? Okay, there's little things that are indications. Stranger danger. Well, I don't know who you are, so, but yeah, you don't know what other people are thinking. You know, look, getting a lot of dings. Oh, okay. I'm like, why is my brother Scott messaging me? He's not. It's my brother. But yeah, stranger danger. That's for sure. I haven't heard that one in a while. And so don't always expect. You can't. Good to know. Thank you, Emma, because I was wondering who it was. And I get tired of people telling people, it says Facebook user. So if you put like if you put the Irish flag up or something, or do an emoticon, I tend to memorize those, and then I know who you are. My mom does it by saying 38. It's just how she is. She just picks some random number. And that's kind of little key things for me. So it's going to be the Dion and Emma show today, right? And safe spaces works into principles before personalities. But really, let's talk about principles before personalities. Okay, what is it? Well, it's our 12th tradition, and it's very, very important. It is. Let's talk about it. Okay, has to do with sacrifice. It has to do with anonymity. Okay, if you want to get far in this program, you're going to have to sacrifice some things. Most likely, your time. Right? There it is. Emma's here. All right. So I'm going to read out 12 by 12. Okay. Tradition 12, page 184, if you would like to follow along. Anonymity is the spiritual foundation of all of our traditions, ever reminding us to place principles before personalities. What does that mean? In a very simple form, it means that I cannot go to another meeting and say, I know this one person, say them by name. We'll use Emma because she's here. I was talking to my friend Emma, and she and she's in the program, and she no. You can't do that. You cannot blow that person's anonymity. That's what it comes down to. You can blow your own anonymity all you want, within reason, right? Because principles before personalities is about intentions, what your intentions are. See, a lot of people that do what I do are just doing it for recognition. They just want you to hear them. They want you to see them. They need you to give them their accolades so that they can move on for another day. I do not work that way. I'm here to have tough conversations. We're here to move forward. We're here to do things. We're talking about your life. And I give a fuck what happens to you. I do. Nobody, absolutely nobody deserves to be put down, put aside, just because they were born with a disease. Probably the worst, most understood disease, right? Right? Is there other diseases? There are that are out there, but what other diseases are out there that causes so many people to commit suicide? To make the supreme sacrifice rather than take accountability for what we've done. All right, let's get to the reading. I haven't started yet. The spiritual substance of anonymity is sacrifice, because AA's 12 steps traditions repeatedly ask us to give up our personal desires for the common good. We realize the sacrificial spirit, well symbolized by anonymity, is the foundation of them all. It is AA's proved willingness to make these sacrifices that gives people their high confidence in the future. But in the beginning, anonymity was not born of confidence. It was the child of our early fears. Our first nameless groups of alcoholics were secret societies. Okay? AA started out as an underground thing. Do I need to describe why? Probably not. You get it? There was more because they didn't know as much about it back then. So there's a lot more stigma. Town drunk, right? New prospects could find us only through a few trusted friends. The bare hint of publicity, even for our work, shocked us. Though ex-drinkers, we still thought we had to hide from public distrust and contempt. That still goes on today. That hasn't disappeared. It hasn't gone away. As long as there are people out there, that is something that we're going to have to deal with. What other disease causes people to leave your bedside rather than stay and nurture you? Is crazy. No, there will be a lag in the response because it's just natural. So don't worry about the lag in the responses. I can go backwards. Not a problem. Thank you. And that's a good point. I just posted something that said, I remember the people that were there when I was down. Yep. All one of them. All right. So we had to hide. The thing is we don't need to hide anymore. Okay. But this is where we have to be careful. Okay. I do not speak for AA as a whole. I don't come on here as an AA member. I come here as Dion, sharing his experience, strength, and hope. Do I use AA literature? You bet your ass I do, because it works. But do you see me asking for donations? No. See, in this situation, I cannot. Okay. What is the intent? What is the intent? Okay. Well, the intent here is to help at least one person a day. That's the intention. It has nothing to do with money. Okay. Are you able to donate to Trudging Together? Absolutely, you can. But I hardly ever ask. So that's going to be changing soon. We're getting ready to start some events thanks to Stacy lighting a fire under my butt. So thank you, Stacy. So in the beginning, I'm not going to read all of this. In the beginning, we were too few. Okay. And if people found out that you were an alcoholic, you were pretty much excommunicated. Well, you need to be, you people are crazy. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I'm crazy. I'm nuts. Blah. You want to know the craziest thing I do? I share my feelings. Hence, there's the problem, right? So, we have no right to tell another person how to live their life. Oh, you need to be doing this. You need to. Oh, I'm not going to say that. You need to go away. How about that? I am crazy. Crazy good looking. Right? I'm mental for recovery. I am. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. I'm happy to be living in a split level head. I'm fine with that. In fact, I have great conversations with myself. They're fantastic. Yeah, I talk to myself all day. Going around. So all of this really just comes down to intentions and what are you trying to prove? What are you trying to put out? Are you looking for recognition? Because that's mostly what I see a lot of people doing that do this type of stuff. I don't do a bunch of promoting. I'm doing this 4.5 years. I had 2 people here. So, what if I was a person that was worried about those numbers? You wouldn't get the same thing here. Mm-mm. You'd have me playing the fool. I'd be here trying to entertain you instead of actually educating, instead of actually talking and doing something. Okay? We are about the solution. And that's what Trudging Together is all about. It's just a parent company. Okay? Until you talk to me, you're not going to figure out Trudging Together. You don't need to. Unless you want to repeat it. And I will. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you how. I'll tell you how I did it. Go do it too. There's so. Do you know what? There are hundreds and thousands of alcoholics out there. Trust me. There's plenty of work. Okay. There's plenty of work. And when I mean work, I mean service work. Okay. It's kind of a thing to talk about too. My friend Stacy and I were talking, right? And she's opening up a thing in Sands of Recovery. She's a recovery coach, a great recovery coach. I think that's why I work with her. She's my other half. She's the female half. And if you know Stacy, we're a lot alike. We're kind of tough in our programs. Her and I have some of the hardest conversations I've ever had, and I love it. I love it. I even get a little pissed off sometimes. It's great. What does that mean if she pisses me off? Probably that she's right. Okay? I can laugh at that. Right? But I tell you now, she doesn't give me much wiggle room on that. And we're trying to figure out, where's the division line there that we can actually make money? Because we want to do it the right way. Okay? And we'd like to do this full time, but in order for us to do that, we got to be making, she's got to be making money at least. I'd like to make a little bit of money. So we're trying to figuring out that separation. That separation. I think we found it. Scott will be reaching out to you, by the way. We just need some help with some phone numbers and a little bit of direction. So when we sit down in our groups, and I don't know about you, but sometimes I start taking people's inventories. Oh, that person doesn't have a sponsor. If this person doesn't do that, they're going to get drunk. And it still happens to this day. I call those intrusive thoughts. And awesome. That's right. Up. Always up. Bye. Oh, shit. I don't know what else but to bring up besides intentions. I mean, I could bring up other things, but then I would just be bitching about people. And I don't know. Nope. I don't want to go that route. So even when those intrusive thoughts come through my head, they're usually readily supplanted by Dion, shut the fuck up. I do. I'll tell myself to shut the fuck down, shut up. And then I go back to my heart. And I listen through my heart and my tummy. And it changes. And then I can hear all the progress that they're going through. And I'd be like, oh, look at that. That is awesome. That is cool stuff. Then I get to speak up and say, I know I'm cross talking, but that was amazing. I get a totally different view on it because I decided that I don't need to give somebody else advice. I never give advice. I will tell you how I do it, but very rarely do I give out advice. You think your therapist is going to give you advice? No. It's not how therapy works. Okay? You solve your own problems. You solve your own problems. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay? That's the other example. Okay? So remember, I'm diagnosed with 3 other things besides alcoholism. And they're never like the light ones. It's like severe depression, acute anxiety. It's never just, can I just have regular depression, please? All right. I'm feeling a little bit better. I think I just need to run my mouth a little bit more. We got the 6:30 meeting today, big book study. That's been going really well. And I am proud of us. I'm proud of Trudging Together and the people on it. We have some fantastic people, and I know that there's going to be more people involved. We're really going after the communities. Okay. So Arvada, Northglenn, Westminster, Thornton, Henderson. We have a location up in Henderson we get to start using to hold meetings. It's at a church. We'll be holding a noon meeting 3 times a week for the community up there to get started. These are relationships that I have to build. Right? Uh-oh. Did I get another? I have 2 Sashas on now. I have to check though, make sure it's the same flag. I think I got 2 Irish people on now. Oh no. I better be careful, I'm British. That was just stupid. And I'm excited about that because I love being a part of the community. I do. So Stacy has challenged me, and she is making me do an event. The event I'd really like to do is a drug-free march or a recovery march. That's not going to be till September. So we're thinking about doing something in the park, maybe a comedy day or something like that. If you have other ideas, let us know. Or if you have locations or stuff we could use, we're thinking outside the box. Sooner or later, I'm going to be able to use the churches. I have 2 locations where I can use the churches, but I need to build that relationship first. Things don't happen automatically in life. Okay. And that's why when I see people appear on the scene all of a sudden, I get very, very nervous. Doesn't seem to happen as much because everybody starts to get convoluted, right? So you have to do things to stick out. Oh. Thanks. That was really sweet of you to say. Thank you. Um, that stuff gets me. You know, isn't it neat that I can sit in my basement and reach people all around the world? It's fucking awesome. That's so cool. Now you know why I sacrifice everything that I do. Because the dividends that I receive are beautiful. They're beautiful. I wouldn't mind going on vacation one day, though. That'd be nice. I wouldn't mind getting out of the city for a weekend. That'd be kind of nice, actually. My wife and I need. My wife and I have been together 13 years. We've never been on a vacation. Between the kids and my alcoholism, just didn't happen. So, all right, I'm talking about vacationing now, which has nothing to do with any of this. That is my time to wrap up. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for supporting me. 1, 2 people at a time. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I love you guys. Peace out. And see you in an hour and a half.